What's going on there, guys? Austin here from GraphFit, and this is the start of the Lean Bulk series. So I'm gonna get right to the point, and I want to break down everything for you and really just address what this whole Lean Bulk is going to entail. We're going to be building muscle mass while keeping body fat low. It's the whole point behind lean bulking, because inevitably when you build muscle, there is an inevitable fat gain. What we are doing is we are minimizing that effect. And what the lean bulk is going to entail is we started actually October 16th, and it's going to end sometime in February. We haven't really figured when, but that's about 16 weeks or so. We started at 180 pounds, 0.6. We started around, I'm going to say, 9% body fat now. When I got my body fat test, I was 8.7. And the goal is to get to 190 pounds, not too much over 11% body fat when we retest the body fat again. I broke it down. It simply comes down to this: when you're bulking, when you're trying to build muscle mass and keep body fat low, about 60% of it is diet and the other 40% is training. We're gonna start with nutrition first. I'm gonna follow these 5 fundamentals with my nutrition. I'm a big believer, as you guys know, in lifestyle eating, in quote-unquote flexible dieting. So that is the first thing, is we're gonna have 80% of the time we're gonna be eating is gonna be clean. The other 20% is gonna be flexible meals to get in those additional calories. We're gonna be using MyFitnessPal, the free app, to track that. And then thirdly, we're gonna be doing reverse style dieting, this method. So with reverse dieting, is exactly as it sounds. It's the diet after the diet. So you're incrementally adding calories in each week. So you're adding about roughly 150 calories each week. This way you minimize the effect of unwanted fat gain. So we're adding calories each week, not tapering them down. The goal is to get to around 4,000 by the end of this lean bulk. 2,400, around 2,500 calories per day. In terms of macronutrients, we have a 50% carb split, we have a 30% protein split, and we have a 20% fat split. Now we transition on to the training. Now the training is very specific. We're going to be lifting heavy on the main lifts. So what that means is we're going to be lifting based off a percentage of our 1 rep max on the bench, the squat, the deadlift. Now this is to ensure that, one, we get leaner, build more muscle, and we build strength along the way, because the stronger you are, you're going to be able to lift a heavier load, and that's how growth occurs, by continually building and scaling and adding more to the bar each time. That's going to allow the body to never fully adapt. 3 days a week, with the rest day in between, we'll be doing a push-pull DUP style split. So incorporating the 3 big lifts, the bench, the squat, the deadlift, and making sure those are in there at least once a week. The goal is to get them up to 2 times a week. So there will be days where you have 2 of those main lifts in that same day. Now, with the exception of we're putting on towards the end of the week, we're gonna have a high rep day. So it's gonna be a day where we're focused primarily on aesthetics, building symmetry, higher rep work, more so upper body, doing a push-pull style split as well with that. 1 to 2 conditioning days in there, anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes is optimal. We don't need any more than that, just because with conditioning, we're trying to keep body fat low, but we're not trying to lose too much muscle mass. We don't want to burn too many calories, because at the end of the day, we still want to be in a caloric surplus. That's how you build muscle. You have to be in a surplus. 1 low intensity style cardio workout. So this may taper off towards the end of the lean bulk. We don't want to have too much cardio, but this is just for the purpose of keeping the heart healthy, staying active. And low intensity, what that entails is you're not, going all out intensity. So about 60 to 70% of your heart rate max beats per minute. 60 to 70%, that's lower intensity. I try to do mobility every day, but on the days of training, there's mandatory 5 to 10 minutes of mobility, warming up, getting everything loose, to have good range of motion in the joints, so we can build more strength, build more muscle, and stay lean. So this is the whole breakdown of the lean bulk, and we're going to take you through everything now. This is what the current condition looks like before we start the bulk. Well, actually, we did start the bulk today, but I just want to show you. So we'll weigh in. With the phone, we were 180.6. So not bad. Went up a little bit, but not bad. Okay, so we just got back from the grocery store. This was the first grocery haul. I'm a big believer in simplicity when it comes to cutting and also bulking. I believe that simplicity should always be applied. Keep it simple, and that's what's really going to ultimately help you get the results and not overwhelm you with too many options, not stress you out along the whole way. The macro split's going to be about 50% carbs. It's going to be about 30% protein and 20% fat. So it's really high in carbohydrates, moderate in protein, and very low in the fat end of the spectrum. So first thing we got for simple carbs, we got our bananas, then we have our jasmine rice. That's going to be a prime. And again, this isn't going to last the whole week. This is going to be a couple days worth right here. But those are our carbs. Like I said, fats are very minimal in this case. We have our eggs, and then almond milk isn't really a fat, but like I said, fat is just going to be secondary. It's going to be like the low end of everything, and that's just going to be, I'm not going to focus on eating like avocados, almonds, things in that nature. I mean, I'm going to get most of the fats through other sources of food. So in terms of vegetable-wise, I will say that, again, I guess this would still apply to the carbohydrates, but vegetables, our variety we got was steamed green beans, steamed in a bag, peas, and then we got steamed asparagus. So again, simplicity, I like to keep things simple. Get the steam in the bag versus fresh. And then right as of now, the protein, I just got, this was actually a good deal, but sweet and spicy Purdue. This is the chicken, we just got chicken. So that is all for food right here. This is all for food. And this actually will last a couple days worth right here. I will be implementing flexible dieting, so the meals will vary a little bit. This isn't gonna be like everything for the day. We're gonna add things in. Even though I didn't just buy this I will add to the split because this will be going into the rice, but I know you guys are probably wondering where is the fat coming from for majority of the diet. I will say we have some extra virgin olive oil for our fats. This, I didn't buy this tonight, but this is gonna be primarily the fat we're gonna have in most of my diet aside from the eggs. Again, so that was the supplements right there. Again, so that was the food right there. So now I want to take you guys through the supplements that we will be running for the start of things. And the reason I want to show you guys is, again, I will be taking a couple supplements along the way. Going to keep them pretty simple, but I want to show you what I'm currently taking. As of right now, the top one, and this is, I don't know if some of you have seen that I've switched over from whey protein to actually a plant-based protein powder. And a lot of this, actually Kelly got me onto this, but I absolutely love it. Orgain, it's a plant-based protein powder. Great ingredients in here, all organic based ingredients. And you'll see right in there actually that primarily it's pea protein and it's brown rice. So this stuff feels amazing when you have it. No bloating at all. This one recently I got, and this is a super green. So again, it's just to get your additional greens throughout the day. Anti-inflammatory, great stuff. I mean, the ingredient profile on this stuff is amazing. As you can see right there, you know, you have not just the antioxidant blend, but you also have fiber in there and digestive enzymes. And all this stuff is just great for overall well-being. I mean, it's just not just for the purpose of, I mean, it's hard to get all your nutrients through food. So this is a great additive to everything. It's going to promote, you know, help detox as well, help alkalinize your body, digestion, immunity. I mean, that in combination again with a multivitamin too, just a basic GNC multivitamin, take one a day. Spoons of this in the morning, just with a little bit of water, 16 ounces of water, blend that in. That's going to help aid in digestion, help with insulin sensitivity. Again, numerous anti-inflammatory benefits. I mean, as you can see, I'm really trying to keep the body not inflamed. CAAs, we all know, branched chain amino acids, and this is going to aid if you're speeding up recovery. You can go in and train a little bit harder. So get a good breakdown. Extend is the product. Blood orange is the flavor. Love this stuff, and it's, you know, it's like Gatorade to the next level. That is the whole profile. It may switch throughout the whole lean bulk, but as of now, keeping it very simple. You know, we have our greens, plant-based protein, multivitamin, apple cider vinegar, and lastly, BCAAs. Take you through my morning routine in terms of what I put in my body first thing in the morning. These are the three things as of right now, what we're doing on this lean bulk. So first thing we were doing is we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar like I was talking about yesterday, and we're going to plop that right into 16 ounces of water. We're going to squeeze a quarter lemon into that as well. So this is for the purpose of alkalinity, alkalizing the body, overall digestion, and also inflammation. So it's an anti-inflammatory. The other thing to help with alkalinity and overall digestion and just getting nutrients and overall well-being and just staying healthy is we're going to have this one single packet of green superfood. We're going to pop that in about an 8-ounce glass, mix that up, drink it. I love this stuff. Just got a 10-day supply, and it's by this company called For Somatic. It's actually a mushroom coffee. Produce these medicinal effects. Not just that, but they give you almost like a brain boost. It's like a nootropic. And honestly, it's incredible stuff. It's really given me a lot of natural energy and sustainable energy throughout the day. So great branding, by the way, and great branding. How to enjoy the box. Open the box, dissolve powder in 7 ounces of water, drink up. Shroom on XOXO the fungus. So it's these awesome little, great branding, but you just boil 7 ounces of water and then just open this packet up, put it in and stir. It's that simple. So this was our conditioning workout that we did. We first started off with a dynamic warm-up of high knees for 20 meters. We did that for 2 sets. Then we went on to butt kicks, 20 meters as well for 2 sets, really trying to warm up both the hamstrings and the quads before we went to our explosive work for the day. Lastly, we did walking lunges. This was 20 meters, again, for 2 sets. Again, warming up those hamstrings, warming up the quads, warming up the glutes, just making sure that we are alleviating the chances of injury right here. We don't want to get injured because sprint work, conditioning work is very explosive-based work, so you put yourself at risk for injury. So prior to that, to warm up the CNS, we did tuck knees, and this was for about 10 total reps, just explosive movements of tuck knees. And we did it for 2 sets as well prior to the sprints. And for the workout itself, it was very simple. I mean, it only took 10 minutes to actually do the workout. It was 6 total sprints for about 10 to 15 seconds. So we sprinted at 100 meters roughly, 100% intensity, around actually 90 to 80%, 90 to 100% intensity, with 60 seconds of rest in between. And that is it. So this is going to wrap up the first episode, guys, but I really appreciate you tuning in, watching, and stay tuned for more of the Lean Bulk series.